Hey guys, Alex Duda here with Albi, and today we're going to be talking about emailing in and out of the Albi ecosystem. So one thing that we do differently at Albi that our competitors don't do is we actually integrate directly with your domain host, so like GoDaddy.com, and we're actually able to send and receive emails from your actual inbox while allowing you to maintain your inbox. So the way typical competitors do is they set up this you.yourcompanyname@thecompetitors.com email, and that's what you send in and out of, or you would have to CC yourself to be able to get the email to go into the system. Now, the cons with that is that every single time you would send an email, an adjuster can be tripped for spam and so on and so forth, as they're expecting the email to come from you at yourdomain.com, but it's coming from a funky email. So we actually set up a system within Albi to let you still have the flexibility of using your own email server, whether it's Outlook, Gmail, Mail Squirrel, or whatever it may be, but also have the ability to get your projects into Albi. So a kind of big overview look on how things work. First of all, we attach our initial email server to your domain. So then Albi has the authority through the system to send emails on your behalf. So then Alex at albiware.com, for example, would just send out emails through Albi. And that's a piece of cake. We just attach some name servers to your domain name, and that's that. Now, the tricky part is when receiving emails. So we receive tons and tons of emails a day, but how do we get those emails that we receive to actually go onto a project file in Albi to take a look at that? So through auto forwarding, we set up your inbox to auto forward all of your emails to Albi's parser, and then Albi looks for all of those emails. And Albi's looking for two things. It's looking for a known email address or also a known project ID. If it's a known email address, Albi will actually end up connecting that email body to the relationships tab within Albi. And then if it's a known project ID, it'll bring it into the project timeline of that project. So let's go ahead and take a deeper look on kind of how this works. So in here, I'm in 1224 Main Street Dummy. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna create a note, and I'm gonna send an email and go test. And I'm gonna send it to Alex at romextera.com. I'm sending it to myself basically. And I'm gonna send test in the subject line. I also have the ability to go ahead and select an option, so I can select an attachment from the project, like an emergency work authorization, and then I hit save. What happens when that occurs is I basically sent myself an email to my inbox, which I'll get, and this is what our recipient would actually get. So in this situation, test 1224 Main Street, from Romextera Construction Inc., and there's that work authorization that is attached. Now, when I go back and I reply, I'll receive that email in my inbox as a user, and it'll also attach it to that project file. So if I'm looking to this project file and I look at this email message and I hit view message, I'll see that email pop back up on that project file because of this ID. This ID can be anywhere in the body or in the subject line of the email. Essentially what's happening is my ultimate recipient is replying back to an email that I already sent. It's hitting my inbox. My inbox is automatically forwarded to Albi, and then Albi looks for that code. The other area that things show up in would be under organizations and contacts. So if I go to contact John Smith, and I look here, actually let me just look for my email, alex at albiware.com. All right, so Alex Duda is in here as a customer. And I go to our activities. If there were any activities with that specific person, all of those would show up here. So any of those emails and things like those would show up in the activities. So actually I'm gonna look for a better example. So here's a really good example, right? These are all different emails that were sent back and forth to that client. So within the contact card of that customer, we can see all of those emails here. So we see all of those emails regardless of if they have the job code attached to them or not. Now, if the emails had the job code attached to them, then those emails would actually show up within the project file as well. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Our support team's available all the time, and in the bottom right-hand corner, we actually have a chat box where you can actually chat us. You can also give us a call at our toll-free number, and we'll be happy to assist you. Now, if you don't have email set up, there is a process to get your email set up. Be sure to reach out to either support or your account manager so that way we can link that up. It takes about 2 to 3 business days for the DNS records to post, but once that's actually posted, it'll all be live.